got what it takes to win. This one. When I say that, do you believe it? I've got what it takes to win. Gideon didn't. For a long, long while. It took him a while. It took him a while to reconcile what he had inside of him with what he saw all around him. It took him a while to reconcile what God said about him with what he saw in himself. It took him a while to realize, if I can say it this way, what kind of instrument he was in God's eyes. What kind of instrument he was in God's eyes. You see, in the book of Judges, you have this constant cycle of God's people getting in trouble, and then God stepping in and bringing them out of trouble. And he did it through, if I can say it this way, some interesting instruments. Like, one time, y'all ever heard of Samson? Got a haircut, lost his strength, ate his spinach. No, that's another guy. All right, sorry. I get mixed up sometimes. But Samson one time, he took the jawbone of a donkey. And if it was a men's conference, we do the King James, the jawbone of an ass. In the King James version of the Bible. And beat back 1,000 Philistines with the jawbone of a donkey. And then he did a diss track to the Philistines about it. With the jawbone of a donkey, I have slain 1,000 men. With the jawbone of a donkey, I have made donkeys of them. Samson. Interesting guy. Interesting instrument for God to use. You know, because he wasn't very self-controlled or anything like that, but he was strong and God used him. One lady in the book of Judges, I won't go through all of them. It's fresh on my mind because we were reading through it a few weeks ago, but one woman in the book of Judges, she wanted to kill an evil king, and he snuck in her tent, and she said, "Aw, poor baby, let me give you some milk." And she gave him some milk, and he got sleepy. And then while he was dozing off, she got a tent peg. You ever read the Bible? Y'all don't read the good stuff. I gotta show you where the good stuff is, because you're over there. I rejoice in the Lord. She took a tent peg. Because sometimes you fight the devil, you gotta fight the devil dirty. Sometimes you do, sometimes you do, sometimes you do. Sometimes you don't have time for all of that transcendence and otherness and God, the thusness of thine presence is thine. She grabbed a tent peg. I don't think it was meant for this purpose, but she was multi-purposing.